Guys, if you like making money, which I know you do not want to miss this one. Guys, welcome to the Mr. Bubbles channel, where we dish out awesome pressure washing business advice to beginners. I got an awesome episode for you. Actually, this is a two-parter, guys. We're going to do the top 10 tips for becoming an amazing entrepreneur. We're going to do 1 through 5 today, and then tomorrow, which is Tuesday, we're going to be covering the other 5, so make sure you stay tuned in for that. And by the way, we're going to be doing a lot of these types of videos here in 2025 because I really want to polish you guys up and make you guys stronger and better entrepreneurs, because guys, it's 2025 and it's all about making that money. Now, before we even get into today's episode, wanted to get this announcement out of the way because today is Monday. Remember, this Wednesday, guys, we're only 2 days away. We have our GMB Google My Business Mastermind class. It is a Zoom tutorial. Guys, the class is about an hour and a half long. I still have six spots available in that class. And if you want to sign up for that class, in the description of this video, you will find the link for that. You just click on that, you pay for the class, and then we're going to send you the link for you to join the group. In this class, you are going to get a master level tutorial of how, for example, to optimize your Google My Business, everything from things like eminent domain backlinks, map citations, keyword research. And guess what, guys? At the end of the class, we're going to be sending out the recording to all of the classmates. And then with all the notes, I know the class that we did last month, we got like about 12 pages of good notes. So, the bottom line, guys, is this is something that is going to help you increase your visibility, boost your visibility there on Google, but also, if you follow the steps verbatim, you're going to be able to outrank your competition there in your local area, and that is what that is all about. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, I want to go ahead and jump into today's episode. Remember, we're talking about 5 amazing tips in order to make you a better entrepreneur. So tip number 1 I got for you guys is master your craft. Guys, if you want to be a very successful entrepreneur, it's all about being great at what you do. Now, it does not matter. Remember, this is about being an entrepreneur, right? And so it doesn't matter if you're offering a service, which we do here in pressure washing, industry, or you're actually selling a product. It's all about giving the customer what the customer is expecting when they hire you. So if a customer hires you to wash their driveway or wash their house, you got to be amazing at that. And that's why I always recommend you guys that reach out to me about different services and whatnot. I always tell you guys, stay hyper-focused and specialize in 1 or 2 things that you're going to do really awesome first. And then you kind of go from there, when we're talking about the service industry, here in pressure washing, you guys should stick to house washing and concrete cleaning first. Master that and go from there. Guys, it wasn't until my year number 8 when I started to get into things like gutter cleaning and solar panel cleaning. At first all I did was house washing and concrete cleaning. Actually, at first all I did was house washing, got really good at that. Then I added concrete cleaning, then deck cleaning, and I kind of went from there. But the bottom line, guys, is, when we're talking about developing like a referral program or running a successful word of mouth marketing campaign for your company, none of those things mean anything if you're not a master of your craft, because customers are not going to recommend you. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite of that. They're going to go and they're going to trash you to their neighbors, trash you to their HOAs and all that, and also trash you online with negative reviews. And you don't want that. So you want to make sure that you become a master of your craft. That's why channels like mine, and there's many other channels on YouTube that you can watch that will help you with that. And then I suggest you guys get out in the field and you practice those things that, you see on my channel and other channels. Because like, for example, here on my channel, we teach you how to downstream a house, right? That's why we have an entire series, actually, episodes 140 through 150, where that's all we're doing is teaching you exactly how to make the chemicals and the systems behind how to do that house wash. So that's why I recommend you guys do that first. Like, watch tons and tons and tons of material, great content, and then go out and actually practice the things that you're learning. And then that experience, guys, the bottom line is there's no shortcut to that, right? It took me 3 years. It might take you one or less if you're a great student, but you just have to go out there and practice over and over and over and over until you really, really become a master of your craft. Number 2 on our list, financial accountability. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you guys a great rule. This is my personal rule of how I built my company. This was what has worked for me, and it might work for you as well. And it's what I call the 60-30-10 rule. 60-30-10 rule. You might want to write that down. And what it is this. So now, it doesn't matter if we're talking about daily, weekly, or monthly when you got money coming in. The point is this. You're going to take 60% of your money, and you're going to use that money to pay your bills/debt. And 30% of your money is going to go back into your business, and 10% of your money is going to go to you. Guys, if you do this your first 3 to 5 years, man, the chances of you becoming successful is going to be very, very good. So I'll give you an example of what that actually looks like on a day-to-day basis. So let's say, you go out on a Monday and you make $1,000. You wash 3 houses and you made $1,000. What I would do with that money is take 60% of that money, so that's $600, and you're going to pay some kind of bill. So maybe, you look at the 600 and you say, okay, I can pay my cell phone, my car insurance, and my car payment. Boom, 600 is gone. So then you're going to take $300 and you're going to reinvest back in your company. Maybe part of that investment is you're going to order the postcards, or maybe you're going to order some shirts, or maybe you're going to buy a piece of equipment that you've been needing. The point is you're reinvesting that money back into the business. Now, the $100, so there's only $100 left over, then that goes to you. So now let's say the example of, let's say in a month, let's say you made $10,000 in a month. So you're going to take $6,000, so that's 60% of $10,000, and you're going to, for example, pay your rent, pay all your bills. When, for example, let's say your bills are only $3,000. Now you're going to take $3,000 and you're going to pay bills. That's the second half of this. You're paying your bills/debt. So now you're paying, for example, credit cards, or maybe, you have a loan on your vehicle and you make a couple payments ahead, that sort of thing. So you're paying off on debt. Guys, if you keep doing this, by the time you get to like month 8, 9, 10th of doing this, your debt will be almost zeroed out. Obviously, it's going to depend on how much debt that you have. But you keep doing this over and over and over and over again, your debt will be gone. Eventually, you're going to get to a point, for me, that was like year 4 or 5, but eventually you're going to get to a point where you have no debt. Like, for example, here, Mr. Bubbles, we have no debt. We don't have any credit card bills. We don't have any car payments, truck payments. Everything that we've ever bought for the company, we've bought on, cash. So we don't have any more debt anymore. So that's 60% now. We just use it to pay down on our like future bills. So we might be paying, for example, like our insurance or our business insurance for the whole year. And then once that's done, then we pay for the insurance on our trucks for the whole year. That's what I mean about paying your bills. And then the second part of that is the 30%. As you make more money, you're going to be able to reinvest more money back in your company. This is very important because, guys, like, you need better marketing. You need better equipment. As you grow in your knowledge base, right? We talked about step number 1 is mastering your craft. As you grow in experience in your knowledge base, you're going to need your equipment and your marketing and your image and your branding and all of that to grow as well. And then you want to pay yourself last. What a lot of you guys actually do, You flip that around. You're paying yourself 60 to 75%, and then you spend some money on a company, and then you're like, or you spend, some money on your bills, and then you're like, oh man, I don't have any money for marketing this month because I've spent all my money on bills. But the example like of the 10 grand, what a lot of you guys will do is you'll say, hey, I'm going to make 6 grand, 7 grand, 8 grand. Then I'll pay $2,000 worth of my monthly bills. And it's like, I don't have that much money left over. I'll just buy some marketing next month. So you guys have that flipped. So again, it's called the 60-30-10 rule. I suggest you guys adapt that philosophy until you have a better system for yourself. This is going to work really great for you. Number 3 on my list, I got leverage online presence. So here's the deal with this one. When I first started my business, the big thing was just like a website. Like everybody was like, oh, let me see your website. People nowadays, it's all about Google My Business. Now, we've talked a lot about this on the channel, Google My Business. But you want to make sure that you actually have 4 things in place when we're actually talking about online presence. One, you got to have a website because, no company that is, like, if you're a reputable company, you're going to have a website. And your website should look as professional as possible. Of course, you can always go to GoDaddy. A lot of you guys ask me where I got my website. And, I'll put it up here for you guys, 180sites.com. They do the vast majority of the websites for everyone in the industry. Recommend them. A little bit pricey, but if you have the money the resources and the money to be able to do that, I recommend that. If not, you can go through the process of building your own through GoDaddy, which is simple to do. But anyway, so the bottom line is you at least have to have a website that looks professional. Number 2 is free. You want to have a Facebook account. Again, that doesn't cost you any money. The only thing that might cost you money is that landing page on the top. You guys know what I'm talking about? You can order that on Fiverr for like $20, $30. Have somebody make you one of those professionally. Number 3, well, we talked about Google My Business. We've been talking a lot about Google My Business on the channel. You want to make sure you got some great pictures on there, a lot of good positive reviews, and just tons and tons and tons and tons of pictures of your work. That's going to help you out a lot. And then the last thing with online presence that I would say to you guys is Nextdoor app. You want to put an ad in that app because it is, man, everyone in the neighborhood. Nextdoor has really grown a lot in the last 3 years, guys. Here in my area, it's big. It's really, really big. It has gotten like 3 years ago, it was like so-so, but now it's like, man, I would say it's getting to the point where it's rivaling Google. So make sure that those 4 things are in place. And then the last thing I'll say about that is this, guys. You want to make sure that your online presence, when I say, your image, online presence, the image of it, matches the boots on the ground image. So like for example, my website and everything matches, for example, the wraps on my vehicle, my door hangers or postcards, my uniforms, they're all matching. So your online presence also matches your boots on the ground presence. Now, before we get into number 4 and 5 on our list, let me tell you guys real quick about my business in a box. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, your pricing PDF, your for example, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO, and the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos. So they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. And there you have it, guys. Number 4 on our list. Wow, something we do talk a lot about on this channel, and that is customer service excellence. Here's the deal, like, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur and make a tremendous amount of money, you have to be doing things that other people are not doing. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not. Guys, like, customer service is not dying. It is dead. It is so hard to find a company that you get really good customer service these days. And therefore, the companies that offer great customer service, wow, they really stand out from the crowd, because again, that's not normal. What's normal is, like, you get people with crappy attitude, crappy service wherever you go. People don't pick up the phone. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you guys 4 great tips. This is kind of like the foundation that you're going to need to run great customer service in your company. Number 1 is you need to make sure that you pick up the phone. Now, it's okay for a phone call to go to voicemail and all that, but make sure in a very timely fashion. And I mean timely fashion, like in a less than a couple hours, you're getting back to that individual. Not like a couple days or a week later. That's not going to work, or not get back to the person at all, which would be terrible. But 9 out of 10 times, you have to try your absolute best for you to answer the phone. And if your phone's blowing up, you need to get to a point where you have someone answering the phone for you, because it makes a big, huge difference. Number 2, when we're talking about great customer service, guys, just show up on time. I've heard stories, of people, for example, setting up a job for 10 o'clock and showing up at 1 and not communicating to the customer at all what's going on. Was it an accident? Like, we're constantly communicating to the customer. As a matter of fact, from our office, we let them know, hey, this technician, we let them know who the technician is, their name, and that they're on their way, and this is their ETA. So we know by the minute. We know that the crew's going to be there like at 11:05 or whatever it is. We let them know. And this is very important. If something happens, like let's say there is an accident, the crew lets us know, and then we let the customer know, hey, there was an accident on this road. The crew's going to be there at 11:30 instead of 11:05. So that communication is very important. All it takes is a little bit of text, and you're going to make a difference in people's lives when you communicate to them. Even if something happened like an emergency and you gotta be late, but at least communicate to them what's going on. That's very, 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 very important. So, and then also, when we're talking about amazing customer service, so we talked about the number 1 thing is you want to make sure you pick up the phone. Number 2, you want to make sure that you show up on time. And then 3 is something that is, I would say, it seems very obvious, but a lot of people struggle with this, is you just want to be kind to people, be polite to people, be friendly. Man, wow, guys, like a great smile, for example, in a person with a friendly demeanor, man, it gets you it opens so many doors for you, and it really, guys, it really truly changes the atmosphere of a place when you walk in with this tremendous great attitude and like super friendly towards others, because people are going to want to open up and trust you more if they see that you're super friendly. Man, guys, I can tell you some horror stories through the years. We've had, I don't know, something over 50, 60 employees ever since we started the company 12 years back. And we've had some horror stories of people, of technicians that we've had out in the field that we've had to fire because of terrible, the way that they treated people out in the field. And you don't want to go through that, because you will, man, your company will drop fast. Like, it will sink like a brick in the water if you're not super friendly and kind with people. And then the last thing on this list, the 4 things for great customer service, we already talked about here on number 1 on our list, which is just being amazing at what you do, guys. Like, you can answer the phone and be super friendly, show up on time, and all of that stuff, right? But then if you go to someone's house and you kill their plants, none of that other stuff's going to matter, because all they're going to focus on is the fact that you killed all their plants, or that you didn't ask them to move their car and you got SH all over their car and now their car is ruined. That's not good customer service. So again, make sure that you're doing high quality work out there, out in the field, if you want to give people amazing customer service. Number 5 on our list, this is the last one. Guys, we're talking about building a strong network. Man, wow, like, I don't know, guys, like, besides marketing and maybe marketing and selling and pricing, we talk about those things a lot here on the channel. But probably the thing we talk about the most is networking. And the reason for that being is it truly does make a big difference, guys, when we're talking about taking your company from a certain level to like 10xing your results. I know for me, one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my career is that I waited too long to understand, to really grasp what networking was and how powerful it can be as a tool for you, because I didn't start networking until really season 8, guys. Season 8, I'm in season 12. So I've been really perfecting it for the last 4.5 years. And guys, wow, like the difference it has made in my company in terms of like, even like the quality of the clientels that I've been able to get. One of the things that networking helps you a lot is when you network with different industry professionals. For example, getting equipment. Man, guys, I could sit here and tell you stories of equipment that I was able to get like on the cheap because I, just connections that I have through the industry. You want to be able to network with guys like myself, other industry professionals, professionals in your area. Guys, I would reach out to your competitors, let them know who you are, network with each other, because you just never know where that's going to lead you. Something that I do a lot here, Mr. Bubbles, is not only do we go to these networking events through your BNIs and your Chamber of Commerce, but we also network with a lot of service industry pros, like HVAC people, roofers, what is those thing called? The people that do like a handyman type stuff. So, we send them work, they send us work. So that's what I mean by networking. Actually, the number one service industry that I recommend a lot is landscapers. Man, landscapers do not like to pressure wash houses. So you reach out to landscaper guys and you tell them, hey, I'll wash all your houses for you. I'll work for you. You charge your customer whatever you want. Some of these landscapers have 200-300 houses or more, and bam, you're creating work for yourself. And again, that doesn't cost you any money, guys. It just costs you a little bit of time, and bam, you can really grow your business to the next level. Guys, when I started going to these meetings, right? Like, for example, the Chamber of Commerce, which I mentioned, man, guys, like in some of these meetings, I met local politicians, mayor. I met the mayor here locally in my town at one of these get-togethers, judges. And now all of a sudden, imagine, guys, you're going to go to a judge's house, a senator's house, And it all happens because of the power of networking. And man, it will really, guys, it will really take your business to the next level. The problem with networking and why not a lot of people jump on that bandwagon right away is because, unfortunately, networking is one of those things, guys, where you do not see the result of it right away. Like, you could go to 8 or 9 meetings, you could talk to a bunch of people, and then nothing's going to happen. And then all of a sudden, though, a year later, somebody will reach out to you and say, hey, you remember me? I met you at such and such organization, or I met you at such and such place. And bam, that's when things start to come through. So networking is playing the long game. I wanna make sure you guys understand that, because we do live in a sort of like instant gratification type of world. But if you guys hang in there and you really, really, really try to master that skill, because remember this, I tell you guys this all the time, right? Like, making a lot of money is about skill sets that you develop. And one of the best skill sets that you can develop for yourself is learning how to develop the power of networking, incorporating that into your business. It's going to take you far. And remember this, guys, I tell you this all the time. In a pressure washing business, if you want to be successful, the more you know, the more you'll grow. And that's all I got for you guys today. I really, really appreciate you coming to the channel and watching this pressure washing advice video. Highly recommend you guys watch the next one. Of course, next one is part 2, coming out tomorrow. So in about 24 hours, that one is coming out. It's already been recorded, actually, but it's going through the editing process. Also, guys, make sure you email me. We recently put together a packet that we call pressure washing like starter kit, something like that. It's got 6-7 files. Just email me. It's got your pricing guidelines on there for 2025, your marketing stuff, boots on the ground. It's got like a bunch of important files on it. So email me for that, and we're going to send that out to you for free, by the way. Oh, and my email, guys, in the description of every single video. Yeah, easy to find. I am easy to get a hold of. Make sure you email me. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. And by the way, I do answer all of my emails. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.